Willie Moe Jr. here. Bruh, I had a good time in Houston. I'm talking about good time in Houston. Y'all ain't gonna never guess what James Fortune did. I'm gonna tell you about it right after this.
Hey guys, Khalil Moore here with the Moore Mentorship, and I'm here to tell you about what the Moore Mentorship is. We're here to influence your kids and be successful young men in life. Make sure you enroll your students at morementorship.com.
Here we go. Bro, I must have went to Houston and had the time of my life. Shout out to everybody in the H-Town. I used to say, man, I really kind of don't, I like Houston, but it is what it is. All that's out the door. I love Houston. Shout out to that Galleria too. I'm talking about I must have went in there and tore it down. You hear me? I thought them boys was gonna rob me. I was walking out them up with some bags. You hear me? Flat out. So we make it to Praise in the Park. Shout out to the Praise team. Shout out to AV, Terry Thomas, all the rest of the team out there at Praise. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I done did Praise in the Park in Atlanta on numerous occasions. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, okay, let's see how Houston do. Bruh, it was so good. Like it was the first year. It feel like they had did it for like the last 5 years. That's the importance of a real team. I watched Zacardi Cortez kill it. He a freak of nature. Jabari Johnson did his thing. Major came out there and did his thing. Major was kind of looking like Woody off Toy Story a little bit too. Griff said that. I just kind of repeated it, but he didn't lie though. Yeah, but he's still cold. This is why I love you. Flat out. I hop off stage after Erica Campbell and the rest of us. We came up, kind of greeted the crowd. And who do I see? James Fortune. Bro, I'm going to be real honest with you. James has been nothing but a help through this season that I was kind of going through or whatever. So I ain't got nothing but love for James Fortune. But I was a little appalled at what I seen when I hopped off stage and I seen James Fortune. I must have walked over there just a little bit. I looked to the right. All I see is somebody so clean and shining. I'm talking about that boy had that shit on. You hear me? Louis to the socks. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so glad gospel artists stopped wearing them big old suits with the look, with the cufflinks or whatever. James was like, well, it's my hometown or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I had to do it for him. So I showed him that love. So usually when I go out and I do my thing, like a lot of times they want to keep me backstage, but they don't realize I'm from the hood. Usually if you see me with my little pouch or whatever, my little pouch kind of look like a purse. I call it like a man bag. 3 things is in that pouch. Some Cormex or chapstick or whatever, my wallet of course, and a little cash, and I always got that stick with me. You hear me? For those of you who don't know what that stick is, that's my gun total. You hear me? That is my equalizer. Come on somebody. I'm Willie Moe Jr. mixed with just a little bit of T.I. I don't need no security asking for my jewelry. Baby, I'm gonna take care of me. I'm from St. Louis. I'm gonna take care of me. I ain't paying nobody to come. No, don't worry about it. You get on me, I get y'all flat out. So I go out in the crowd and I see this dude with tattoos all over his face. You know what I'm saying? And he's looking at me like I'm taking pictures with people, but I'm eyeing dude from the right like, okay, cool, what you want? Like he got tattoos everywhere. Dude finally wait until all the people leave and then he come. He's like, can I holler at you? Now I got my little man, little bag, little purse on or whatever, and I realized I ain't got the 3 things in my pouch or whatever. Like I got my money, I got my chapstick, but I took a plane, so I ain't got that stick with me. You understand me? So I'm a little nervous, but I walk over to dude and I'm just like, okay, what's happening? He said, can you come over here? Can you come over here a little bit? So now I'm on guard. I'm like, okay, cool. Dude swing on me. I'm letting you know. But he says to me, you saved my life. You saved my life. I was about to commit suicide and I ran into one of your videos. And then when I was in prison, I ended up seeing you on TV. But you changed my life, bro, and I just wanted to meet you in person. Like, I walked over here because I'm in a bad spot right now. But I walked over here in hopes that I would get the opportunity to tell you thank you. Thank you for saving my life. Now, I just talked all that big bad, I'm hard and all that other stuff. Bro, I broke down in tears. But luckily I had on sunglasses, so didn't nobody really know. But I broke down in tears, and it began to make me think about the fact that he was watching videos that I was making when I was in one of the toughest spots of my life. Then I began to think about you. Many times you want to be something, do something, and you might not necessarily have the tools that you see in your heart and your head. But what happens is God always gives us a seed, right? We may not have the cameras that we want, but we do have a camera phone. We may not have the curling irons that we need to do the hair that we want, but he's giving us something to use. We may not have all the baking equipment. You might not can make a whole cake, but you can make a cupcake. Family, what I'm telling you is this, that your gift has somebody on the other side of it. Somebody is depending on you to do what you do. Somebody's life is at stake if you don't do what you called to do. Many people are really relying on your energy and what you have to offer to the world. And many times you're going through so much on your own that you miss the opportunity to walk in your calling. I want to challenge you today. No matter what issue, no matter what habit, no matter what problem, find yourself doing what you are called to do, because there's always somebody going through something that you can solve because you've been through so much. And what's on the inside of you can set somebody else free. Bro, we ended up taking a picture with my guy. I think one of my volunteers ended up getting his number. And I just want to say, man, thank you so much for being brave enough to come to me, because it's really, really tough for a man sometimes to humble down enough to let another man know what another man has done for you. And man, it humbled my heart, and I thought about that, and that's why I'm back on this camera. I'm back doing my thing, because I don't know what you're going through, but I want to tell everybody under the sound of my voice that if you're thinking about suicide and your mental health is going crazy, I want you to hear this, and I want you to hear this very, very clear. Never make a permanent decision on a temporary situation. Never make a permanent decision on a temporary situation. Never make a permanent decision on a temporary situation. This too shall pass, flat out. Hey family, do me a favor, make sure you get that Believe shirt. I'm trying to get all of these Believe shirts into the earth. If you believe in God for anything, put it on your chest, wear it on your chest, say it with your chest. Get your Believe shirt. Use promo code flat out. It's gonna save you $5. Make sure that you do it. We're gonna get it to you within this week. You hear me? So you can rock it. And then send me a picture too, flat out.